Montrose. It's summertime, it is hot, and guess what else happens in the summer? Lots and lots and lots of events and music. I have George and Seth in the studio this Friday. We are going to be talking about NightVision, the biggest Christian concert on the Western Slope, and probably in the whole state, right?
Yep, in Colorado.
In Colorado. Okay, so we got this. But before we get to George and Seth, we're going to talk about some upcoming events. Tonight, Big Head Todd and the Monsters, that is going to be at the Bridges. And George, are you going to be there?
I'm going to be there for sure. I'll be working.
Are you, you have a second job, right? Or is this
do.
I think you're helping out a very, very cool nonprofit, aren't you?
That is correct.
So tell us about, because it's not very often we have someone representing two events. Tell us about what's happening this weekend and tonight with the Big Head Todd and the Dolphin House.
So the Big Head Todd concert is going to be good. They're actually local. They're from Denver. I did not know that.
Oh,
They're
I didn't know that
Denver,
either.
And I remember them in the 1990s. But they're they have a little cult following, so it's pretty good. But the Dolphin House is an amazing organization, and I think you work with them a little bit, and they are so good for the community, and they're very much needed.
And all the proceeds, or some of the proceeds from tonight's concert, will go to the Dolphin House. Is that correct?
It's a 50-50, yes.
50. Oh, I like it. Ooh. So come on out, hear some great music from a local band, as well as support the Dolphin House. And then on the 24th, I told you, this is about music. Montrose has been about music lately. The Block 64, have you even heard of Block 64?
No.
No. So guess what? That is right behind San Juan Bruce. The Block 64 Summer Music Series is going to continue, and it'll be on the 24th. We've got a great band. They blocked off the entire parking lot area on, I guess it was last week. They had lots and lots of people. There were vendors, great music. It was Donnie Morales. So just come on out and you can hear some great music and be with the rest of the community at the Block 64 Summer Music Series. And then there's this little concert that, festival that is happening on the 8th and 9th of July called NightVision. We don't know anything about that, do we?
It's the festival that rocks the Rockies.
Oh. Okay, the festival that rocks the Rockies. That is happening on July 8th and 9th, and it is called NightVision. We're going to talk to Seth and George about that in a second, but you definitely want to go online and get your tickets. This is not a concert, an event that you want to miss. And then, do you like food?
I love food.
Yeah. And who here likes wine? I love wine. No, I'm the only one.
Yeah, you're the only one.
So, Food and Wine, the annual Food and Wine Festival, is being held at the large event center again this year because it was so many people last year that they had to move it from the Bridges to the event center arena. And that is happening on the 26th of August. It's you're going to have dinner at the Bridges if you're a sponsor on Friday night, and then on Saturday is the main festival. You'll have vendors from all over, food and wine, and there's a band that's going to be playing, lots of activities, and that is for a great cause, which is the Black Canyon Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, that's
so,
nice.
Lots and lots of things that are happening. I am so excited that I think I'm getting a little tongue-tied, because NightVision is something that I look forward to every year. And when I moved to the Western Slope, I had no idea something like this, could even take place in such a small community. So let's talk about the history of NightVision. We're so glad that it's back, and let's have a little fun. Make sure you go online and comment or ask questions. So if you're watching live, we will answer them live, but be sure to comment and ask questions even if you're going to watch the taped version, because we're giving away 2 tickets to NightVision. Did I tell you I was doing that? No. See, I just do things they don't even know.
It's not true. You did ask.
I did. But we're going to give away tickets to NightVision. So if you haven't already purchased yours, you have a chance to win. You can invite some family members if you have already purchased it. But we'll be right back after this commercial break with George and Seth. At River Valley Healthcare Centers, we believe everyone deserves access to quality care. At our locations, you will find friendly staff and professional medical providers who are committed to helping you achieve optimal health. Our goal is to meet the needs of our community by eliminating barriers to patients receiving quality medical, dental, and mental health care, as well as convenient access to a pharmacy. We're accepting new patients, so contact us today, regardless of your insurance and income status. Do you imagine taking your business to the next level? You can stop imagining. We can help make it a reality. Helping businesses elevate their brand is our business. Contact Our Town Matters today for a free marketing evaluation and consultation. Call 970-765-0913 or visit ourtownmatters.net. Okay, I can hardly contain my excitement. I'm trying to be good here. And Seth is like, quit smiling, Tanya.
It's contagious.
Is it? Really?
It's good.
Well, you know what? Okay, not only is Seth and George two of my favorite people I know on the planet, but you get to do something super cool, and you do it under the ruse of a job. Imagine that. So let's talk about I want to talk about NightVision and how that came about, and remind folks about the history of NightVision. Who wants to jump in and talk about that?
Well, I've been there since it started, so I guess I can kind of help a little bit.
Okay.
So Praise Him Ministries started up about 2001. Last year we celebrated 20 years. But then NightVision started 2005 in Ridgeway. And in 2005 and 2006 we had, out at the fairgrounds in Ridgeway, at the rodeo grounds, we had 2 big concerts. We outgrew those really fast. Which fast forward, we did NightVision up to 2019, I believe, and then COVID happened. And at that time, we started really looking at the venues, and we really outgrew Olathe probably about 10 years ago, but we just never moved it. So this year we're experimenting, and we're going to have it in Grand Junction for the first time. And unfortunately for Montrose, sometimes you think that's a bad thing, but it's really a good thing for the festival.
Right. Well, and for Montrose, and I mean, let's look at it all the way up: Ridgeway, Montrose, Olathe, Delta, everything moving forward. This is an opportunity to be a part of something a lot larger that got its start in Ridgeway, and to see that growth, and then take your whole family to, just 50 miles up the road, right?
And people go up there all the time.
Right.
You got the mall, you got everything else. So, they're in habit of going to Junction. People from all over, it's hard for them to come down to Little Olathe. So hopefully, with that in mind, we can have a greater reach.
Now, I would agree with that. I also want to point out that Praise Him Ministries is a Ridgeway business. It is a Ridgeway Montrose, this is the hub of where you do most of your work, and then all of your volunteers, because a event of this magnitude, and let's talk about that. 2005, for your first NightVision, I wish I was there, honestly. How many people came? How many do you think?
We might have got 1,000, I think.
1,000 people, okay, in 2005. Then you fast forward your last few years in Olathe, about how many attendees were coming?
Well, there was one about when Mac Powell came out with Third Day in like 2012 or 13. I think we had over 30,000 people for the weekend.
Wow, so that, about 15,000 per.
That's when it was free.
And we didn't charge at the time.
Okay.
But, even the last time, I think we had about 8,000 or 9,000 in Olathe.
Which is, that's bursting at the seams.
It really is.
And so as we jump into, a couple of weeks on July 8th and 9th of 2022, how many are we expecting?
50,000. I'm just kidding.
I was like, George, you're going to make a heart attack.
Well, looking at the trending analytics of 2019 and this year of just, pre-sales on tickets, we're looking about 12,000 people per day.
12,000 people per day.
Yeah, that's just, analytics. So
that's on the low end.
Yeah.
So and we have a little bet going, which you don't know this yet, but we do. And I'm going to win this bet. I think we're going to get 15,000 people per day.
I would
yes,
love that.
I know.
Let's do that.
There you go. So anyway, I like to play golf at any golf course here in Montrose. So if I win, then you guys are buying a round of golf.
Let's do it.
Can we play?
Yeah.
You might win. We're not very good.
I doubt that. But so let's say 12 to 15,000 people per day. That is significant. And the other thing I want to talk about is, just because the event is being held in Grand Junction, where are people going to stay? They're going to stay all the way up and down the western slope. They're going to experience eat at restaurants and all of these things. So we have more people coming to this community because of who you guys are bringing into town.
That is correct. That is correct.
It's
And one of
amazing.
one of the reasons we had to move from Montrose, and I see Montrose is really growing, there's a chance it could come back. We have a lot more hotels up in Grand Junction. We
Yeah.
have places to stay. But yeah, if you go out and drive around Montrose, we're starting to build hotels too. So
Most definitely. And I know the artists because I want to talk about the lineups. And I am, all right, I don't get starstruck about many things. I'm just, I'm not that person. But I got to tell you, I'm super excited about this lineup and how you get, artists such as this. So I want to talk about that in a second. But tell me about where you want the goal of Praise Him Ministries. When you started NightVision, what was the goal there? Why would you bring such an event as this to the Western Slope?
well, it's really important that we have the music, but it's not about the music. It's actually about evangelizing. So we have a huge evangelistic team right now. I'm not sure how many evangelism volunteers we have, but that's our biggest core of
I
volunteers.
think we're close to 100.
Yeah, we probably have 100 volunteers
Oh, really?
just for evangelism, and they're very well trained. They're really, that's what they do. And they all sign up, and we have them coming from all over. We have some from, I think it's Montana, and then we have some from Denver and
What?
Albuquerque. And yeah, these people just sign up and they volunteer.
That is amazing. So we're introducing this community not only to some of the artists that may not have heard of Montrose Ridgeway, Grand Junction, but these evangelists that do large concerts like this and others that are coming from out of state. How amazing is that? You think it's pretty cool,
We build
don't you? I know.
relationships. That's pretty good.
So I think I'm more excited than they are. That's okay. But all right, so this is there's evangelism that happens. You pull volunteers from Ridgeway, Montrose, Olathe, and Delta, and who's volunteering? Because to put on an event with 12 to 15,000 people a day, you need hundreds of volunteers.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And so where are they coming from? These volunteers?
Well, a lot of them are going to be coming from Grand Junction this year, which is amazing because we've had volunteers from Grand Junction, but they always thought it was too far to go down to Olathe. So we
Interesting.
turned the tables on them, right?
Yes. But you do have a significant pool of volunteers from Montrose Ridgeway, like a couple hundred,
Absolutely.
right?
Well, yeah,
Maybe
there's
close
a
to
big
that.
database on us. Yeah.
So the reason why I bring that up is I probably mentioned this before, but my son attends and has attended Colorado West Christian School for several years now, and an email went out to all of the parents and staff saying, "Hey, we have an opportunity to volunteer at NightVision. Sign up," and I got excited about that. So local entities, whether it be schools, churches, youth groups, and so forth, are all volunteering.
Absolutely. We want everybody to participate.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
And I hear that you're making some donations. So for instance, if they are the water volunteers, they keep the proceeds for
That
their.
is correct. So what we decided to do this year, and it's a new thing, we're testing it out, but we're allowing groups to actually make money for mission trips or whatever they do.
Fantastic.
And we're letting them participate and become part of NightVision. And yeah, a couple of groups from Montrose, they're going to show up. So that's great.
Great. I love it. I love that this is a way that you all are giving back to the community and introducing, these Christian artists to the community and some of the youth. But can we talk about some of the artists?
Sure.
Yeah, all right. So I think Drew has a poster, and we're going to bring that up. There is, let's talk about your headliners. Who are these people?
David Crowder,
and Jeremy Camp.
Jeremy Camp.
Really? Are they big names in Christian music?
Oh yeah, no, they're amazing. If you want to be wowed, like music-wise, Crowder's, he's off the charts. I mean, he blows some secular artists out of the water.
Yes.
And then Jeremy Camp, Heart of Gold, you can't go wrong with him. He's, he's got an amazing movie out, I Still Believe, is that what it's called?
The Heart, yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's, just seeing what he's been through and, and just, coming out on top, so. But it's, those two are just, you can't go wrong with them. They're amazing.
Well, so I'm totally going to age myself here, and I'm okay with doing that. But I remember when Crowder got started, and I grew up in Texas, and so Crowder attended a local, well, not local, but attended a university there, and that's how they got started. They would play in their dorm room, and people were just wowed by that. And the David Crowder Band was created, and so I remember those days. And after, gosh, it's been 25 years. I know, I literally just aged myself. No one do the math, okay? But to see how he has remade and revamped himself, and you're right, secular stations, I mean, he just blows them out of the water. And I believe a few of his songs have played on the radio on secular stations. But so there is a cool song that I wish you could, can you sing, George?
Don't even go there.
Come on, they would get.
I don't even sing in the shower.
Really? Is that, good God Almighty? That's kind of.
It's too early to sing.
Is it really? I didn't give them enough coffee. So when we come back from a commercial break, I promise you somebody's going to sing, or we'll have some sort of vocal.
Acapella.
Acapella.
There you go.
But we're not going to take a commercial break just yet. So we have Crowder, you have Jeremy Camp, and then there was someone coming back because he was here in September. Danny Goki is back, and he was a crowd favorite.
Oh my gosh! And just even off the stage, there was one of our volunteers. She was pregnant, and she actually had her baby that night. He actually went and prayed over, while she was at the concert, and we have pictures of it, praying over her belly and and just the baby, and yeah, it was just to see that was just someone of that big stopped and prayed for a baby that was going to be born that night. It was incredible.
Awesome.
So he's amazing on and off the stage as well. He's one of our favorites.
And the kids like him. And I say the kids. I remember we put posters up and promoting Rise Up that happened in September, which was pretty awesome. And as soon as they heard Danny Goki was going to be here, anybody under the age of 25 was like, Danny Goki! Oh my gosh! That was pretty awesome.
He's amazing. I like him a lot.
And then, so who are some of the other artists that you have? And then I want to talk about, we'll take a quick break after we talk about those artists, and then I want to talk about the speakers.
Okay, the biggest sleeper that we have on here is Mac Powell. A lot of people don't recognize Mac Powell because people don't know who the band members are.
Yes.
But he is famous for Third Day, who used to be one of the biggest bands around.
Yes, of course. Is he the one with the voice?
He's got the voice. I guess.
The monotone voice.
Yes, he is. He's got one of those unique voices.
Yes.
And, I miss Third Day. I love Third Day. Again, why am I aging myself?
He is amazing.
Okay, so that's good. Mac Powell, I didn't know that.
No. You didn't know Mac Powell was Third Day?
No. I did not.
Now you do.
I do.
Yes.
All right, so we're calling him the sleeper.
Well, he's going to be, he's not a headliner, but he could be.
He could be?
He really could be. Yeah. He's my headliner.
Okay. So then what about, there's you got a couple of bands with some unique names. I Am They?
Yes, they are an amazing band. I think they started out doing a bunch of worship stuff. We actually had them down in Nashville. And yeah, them in great group, just Hearts of Gold as well. True Hearts of Worship. So
okay.
I mean, they're going to be a lot of fun. They got some music that's for the younger crowd, so they'll
not me.
Well, I mean,
no.
Yes,
can stay with Crowder.
Oh my goodness! That's okay. I might be dancing to I Am They just to show you how cool I am.
There you go. But yeah, I mean, they're a great group, so definitely don't miss them on Saturday as well.
Okay, and then Messenger?
We Are Messenger.
We Are Messengers, okay.
Yep, another solid one. They're right there with Mac Powell. They've been there for a little bit. Very talented group.
They played NightVision before, though. They have. Okay, and another crowd favorite there. All right. And then who are the Young Escape?
So the Young Escape and Social Misfits, those ones are completely geared towards the 21 and under. So I mean, they're your little poppy rock type of stuff. Still amazing.
He said your little poppy rock.
No, but they're talented. They're good.
Okay.
The Young Escape is from the Los Angeles area, correct?
Yeah,
they're from California.
Okay.
The Social Misfits are there. I think they're in Nashville, but I forget where they're from.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're both great, and just something for the younger kids to get excited about.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
little hip hop.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Social misfits.
I just, I may just have to like get into it. Might get a cool outfit, get a T-shirt, and see if they kick me out because I'm not under 25.
Yes.
So we've got these great musicians that are coming, and then you have a speaker that I know I'm looking forward to hearing, but there's so much more to Night Vision than the concerts. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We have Seth and we have George, and before we do that, I would be remiss if I did not thank the River Valley Family Health Centers, Elevate Fiber, and the Real Estate Store for sponsoring and underwriting the Montrose Matters Live. This is the only way we can bring this to you. And guys, get ready. We have Elasta Solar that is joining the team of underwriters, and we'll have them in 2 weeks. You'll start seeing their commercials as well. So thank you, Elasta. But we'll be right back with George and Seth.
Believe it, just like Gigfoot, zero-lag gaming does exist. The real myth now? Slow internet made you lose. So step up your game with Elevate Internet today.
At the Real Estate Store, we're a group of real estate professionals who share all forms of property brokering in an innovative way. Our expertise and experience makes us the best choice for buyers and sellers. Our brokers are ready to assist you, either in person or virtually. Come visit us in historic downtown Montrose and experience for yourself the difference of our personal, professional property brokers.
And we are back. Yes, we have the Night Vision team here. We have Seth and we have George. And then I am like just trying to get on the Night Vision team. That's all that's happening over here. So Seth and George, we talked about the lineup, and I understand we got a comment from Jackie. And guess what, you guys? You're wrong. I am cool. According to Jackie Davis, thank you so much, Jackie, for that shout out. We needed that. So, but let's talk about the speakers that you have. And one, we have Nazareth.
He is actually just the MC.
Oh, he is the MC.
Yes.
Okay.
Just the MC.
Just-
He is the MC.
Well, he is, but he actually might do a little something
Little comedy.
special.
Because he's a comic,
He
right?
is.
He's a
Comedian.
Christian
Yes,
comedian.
okay.
So he might do a little skit here and there.
Oh.
Just a little surprise. But no, he's been our MC for a long time. And
Okay.
And he keeps us entertained between sets.
So
Yeah,
he
does
is a
pretty well.
crowd favorite then. All right. Well, good. We're looking forward to Nazareth. There's Greg Laurie's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Tell us about how do you. Okay, let me back up because again, I'm gonna pull out my I'm not cool card, but. You have an amazing lineup of artists and speakers. How do you get these people? Like, do you just call Crowder?
Relationships.
Yeah.
I mean, Crowder, this is his third time. Camp, maybe his fourth time. And then everybody else that's under them, they kind of want to also join up. So those relationships that we build is how we get everybody coming in.
And you got the Western Slope on the map with those relationships.
Absolutely, we do.
That's pretty amazing. So Greg Laurie, you guys want to tell us a little bit about him for those who don't know who he is?
Yeah, he's out of Calvary Chapel. He's my
Harvest.
favorite. Yeah, Harvest. Yeah, but he's my favorite speaker that's come through.
One of mine too.
So he does the Harvest Crusades,
Yep.
and he does a couple of them every year. There's one he does in Anaheim every single year, and then he'll switch around to Dallas and Phoenix, and I think
And now
he's even done
Junction
one.
is on this.
But yeah, this is I think the fourth time he's joined us,
Yes,
and
yeah.
every time that he shows up, we have a lot of believers, new believers coming up.
Yep.
He definitely knows how to get that done.
Yeah, he is a powerful speaker. Yes, one that I listen to on a regular basis. So you said relationships, and I keep cutting you off, Seth. You have something important to say,
I
don't
was
you?
just going to say the whole process of the whole purpose of Night Vision is evangelism and reaching the lost, and our speakers are in a sense more important than all the artists. And obviously when they speak, we shut everything down. No vendor lines, no merch is closed, everything's closed down,
Okay.
just so everybody can give them their undivided attention. yeah, I mean, like that's how important it is for us to reach the lost. Like, we shut the entire festival down just so they can hear these guys, because they have such powerful messages, just for the community, and just just to reach the lost. So.
You know, I joke about a lot and I laugh a lot, but there is purpose. And when you go into NightVision, you all have, this is a huge undertaking. And if people knew the magnitude of a festival with, 10 to 15,000 people per day, all the logistics that go into it, you're like, whoa, who would do this? And, but you are purposeful in reaching the lost with the concerts that you bring, the festivals, the musicians, everything that you do.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'd like to break in and thank everybody who was there a couple of weeks ago at Cowboy Up.
Yeah.
Because that was an amazing concert. We had Ben Fuller and Kane, and they just blew it out. I mean, it was awesome. It was the best one that we think we've ever had.
That's what I heard.
Thank you, everybody that was there, and we had a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people from all over, too. So that was interesting.
And the cool thing about that, and you said it's about relationships. This is how you get folks like this there and have partnerships that allow you to present these, concerts and messages on the Western Slope. One of the most awesome things about Cowboy Up, besides the speakers and the artists and everything, is you partnered with a local entity for years to provide food and drink. You want to tell us about that partnership?
Right, True Grit.
Yes.
That's an awesome place. We eat there almost once a week. We try, and we just like to see the Duke in there.
You do. But True Grit and Tammy, they have done an amazing job year after year, and how they feed that many people, because you just don't know. It's free for folks to attend, and for them, the food is free, and how they plan on, 500? So you just never know how many attendees, right?
It was about 800 this year.
We had over 800 this time. That was amazing.
Okay, so forget about my 500 that, 800 this time. That's great.
And,
Oh my gosh.
And she actually also caters for all the volunteers for NightVision. Yeah, she'll bring in food for all the volunteers for NightVision. Backstage and for all the volunteers.
Can I volunteer?
Sure.
Just like
No.
you, she's a partner, just like
See,
you are.
Yeah,
Those
thank
relationships.
you. No, it is, and those are great relationships, and you're supporting local entities and businesses as you go along. And so, anyone, because I've heard a couple of comments, I can't believe it's in Grand Junction now. Well, you can either provide a festival for 8,000 people, or you can provide it for 15,000 people. Just logistically, per day. That made the most sense. But you have partners throughout the Western Slope, starting in Ridgeway, that have helped put this on in other events, and you support local businesses, local houses of worship throughout the Western Slope. And that's important to bring up. I know you guys wouldn't, but I can.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so then let's talk about the logistics of the day. So if you have a ticket to NightVision, you just, show up, and you can start setting up your area at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
Gates open at 1 o'clock.
Gates open at 1 o'clock, okay. And it's at, where's it located this year?
It's Intermountain Veterans Memorial Park, so that's right next to the fairgrounds.
Right off of 550, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Just as you're coming into town, there's a big grass field off to the left there. You can't miss it. There'll be a huge stage being built there all week. The week of NightVision.
Wait, you're bringing in a stage?
Yeah.
There's no stage. There's nothing there.
No, we have to bring a big old stage, and actually we're bringing in a portable stage this year, and then building off of that to make it even bigger.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
Again, this tiny little concert that happens on. So gates open at 1 o'clock. Just follow the stage, follow all the cars, and so forth. And then when will the artists start?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock the artists start.
Yep.
And vendors will open when? Can you get food and drink between 1 and 4 or no?
I believe you
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
Okay.
Is when vendors are ready.
All right, great. Get some swag, get some hats and T-shirts and everything else. There, I saw a little, I say little, but it's a big mock-up of everything that's going on. One of the things that you do that I think is cool is you have a kids' corner. What is that?
So basically, if you have kids that we have bounce houses, and we actually added something new this year. It's called a snack shack.
Oh.
So for moms that just want to get a quick little snack instead of waiting in a huge long line for a giant turkey leg, they can get a granola bar, something like that.
Granola bar or turkey leg?
But just to hold the kids over.
Right.
Yeah, because you don't want hungry kids there.
No, you don't.
But yeah, they have all kinds of games and cornhole and just different types of kid games that they come up with, and they can go and do that and entertain the kids. And all that's free. They'll bounce houses, all that stuff's free with their ticket admission. So we just kind of have that for the kids that
Okay.
come out.
So you have the snack shack is what it's called. You have vendors there, and then you also have the evangelism tent that is up the entire time?
Yep.
Correct.
Okay. And tell us about what's going on there.
Well, we have the volunteer team actually going into the crowd and just talking to people and praying for people and praying over people. So that's a very important part, and that's how they get started, and they love doing that. Those volunteers don't sign up for 4 hours. They sign up for the whole
day.
Wow.
16 or whatever it takes. Yeah.
Amazing. That is amazing.
Got some troopers there for sure.
Really. And then there's a VIP option because you can buy individual tickets, and you want to tell us about the pricing and where we can get those tickets?
Yeah, so the tickets are at phmtickets.com, and there you'll see the selection of all your tickets that you want to buy, your general admission, 2-day, or the VIPs. And the big thing that we're offering this year for VIP is obviously they get the best seats in the house, which is right by the sound booth because it's going to sound the best there. And you can see the video walls and everything perfect from there. But we are offering a air-conditioned tent.
Oh. Because it's not hot in Grand Junction
gonna be
in
hot,
July,
yeah.
right? No,
it's
not
gonna
at
be
all.
hot. Drink plenty of water, do all that fun stuff. But yeah, sunscreen, do all that. But yeah, the VIP tent's gonna be air conditioned.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a big plus for our VIPs this year.
Fantastic. And then so the artists that are coming in is there a place for them? Are they going to be out in the crowd? Do you need, I don't know, someone to just, make sure Jeremy Camp is okay and he has plenty of water? Because I know a couple people who'd be happy to, help there.
Yeah.
No, but will the artists be signing some of their?
Most of the artists will
be signing,
sign in. They usually go to
Okay.
the merch tent
To
so
do
they're
that.
selling their merch, and people can buy their merch so they can sign their T-shirts or whatever.
Great.
Posters.
And then we're working on, and this is all tentative based on the artist, if they're going to be signing and taking pictures in the VIP tent as well.
Oh, okay.
So that's another perk of the VIP as well.
Okay, and so this is Friday and Saturday. If anyone is coming in, I'm just going to say this. I said it last year, or the year before. But if anyone's coming in and want to be on Montrose Matters Live, I mean, we can go remote, right, Drew? It's like, yes, we will definitely do that. What else is important for people to know? Are you concerned about parking at all?
So parking is going to be updated throughout the whole thing. There's
Okay.
about 1,500 parking spots there. We are working, we have the Kia parking lot that they donated to us.
Oh, thank you, Kia.
And then also another parking lot that is just further up from there. It's a big 10-acre field that was donated to us as well, that we're locking that in. And we'll be updating people on emails that have bought tickets, like, hey, this parking lot's full,
I
go
see.
park here, or hey, go park at this parking lot.
Okay.
So it's just, trying to be in, constant communication with them and letting them know where to park.
Great.
So that's our strategy to attack the parking
Okay.
for this magnitude of an event.
Well, you all do this so well, and it seems seamless on our end, but I know there's a lot of pressure and quite a few moving
We
parts.
need prayer.
Yeah.
We do.
A lot of
Okay.
yeah, a lot of moving parts. for sure.
Exactly. Well, we definitely will be praying for you. We are super excited that you brought NightVision back and that you are committed to continuing to do this on the Western Slope. And so I'm just ready for July 8th and 9th. If there is anything that you need more information about, you can go to praisehimministries.com .org, as well as there is more information on the website, on not Ticketmaster, but
Eventbrite.
Eventbrite. Sorry, I'm still getting tongue-tied over all these artists. But do you all know who is coming in 2023?
We do not.
You don't? Okay.
But we always take suggestions from people.
Yes.
So
That's
yeah,
right.
want to start that?
Okay, and anybody you want to come back, be thinking about that. Stay connected on social media with NightVision as well as Praise Him Ministries, and let's look forward to a great concert on July 8th and 9th, or a great festival. All right, Montrose, make it a great weekend, and we will see you next week.